Welcome back to Insecurity. We are in Las Vegas for CES 2020. I am in one of the coolest things I've ever sat in my entire life, but I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm going to let Dré Nitze-Nelson tell you about it. And you are, I'm totally going to get your title wrong, so I'm going to let you say it.
Director User Experience.
This is the user experience, and I don't even know how to describe what we are doing. Tell me what's going on with BYTON.
Thanks for the opportunity to talk to you and your followers. So we have our sitting bug here, which is actually meant for demonstrations like that, so no rules, no doors, and so forth, to easier show and see what we actually have here. In front of us is our BYTON stage. That's a 48-inch display, pretty far away, so it's not a touch display. You also can see that the top edge aligns actually with the hood, so the screen doesn't really take anything away, right? It appears high, but only because the IP is very low. Can you see that? So usually cars have an instrument cluster like this and the glove box right there.
Well, and I think that's really noteworthy. It's something where even you're looking at your dash, the hood extends out. It's the perfect level where there's no wasted anything. That's what you're looking over. The next thing would be the road.
Correct. That was the entire goal. So the engineers and the interior designers did a great job to achieve that, right? So that we as UX designers for the digital experience have all capacity. That's fantastic. Okay, so in order to interact with this display, you would need something like a remote control. So as you can see, it is not moving around. It sticks actually here in the center of my steering wheel.
Yep.
Right. Also, you can see we following our principles, hands on the wheel. So it means all buttons and actually also the most frequently used applications are actually reachable without even taking the hand from the steering wheel. We have hardware buttons, so you can choose what you like. If you like to use the system via hardware buttons, feel free to do so. On the right-hand side, we have all ADAS-related features, and on the left-hand side, we have all media-related features. Okay, so if we want to open, for example, and listen to a song, we open media. Similarly to your mobile phone, you can open just an app. Now you can go in your sources and let's say we want to play some Amazon Music, right? So we have that already chosen, and now I can go through a list without looking at my driver display. It turns into a trackpad. So I can use that blindly, can still driving, you know, and just go through a list with a tap and one tap and a second tap and the
eyes not looking away the whole time because it's all right here in your field of vision.
Yeah. If you don't like to use the touch interface, you can use the hardware buttons to play, for example, the next song. You can change the volume easily right here on your hardware buttons. But you also have the opportunity to change the volume just by using that little button here. You can see this little slider pops up. There you go. So very simple.
That's incredible.
But what's really interesting is we have another HMI, which is hand gesture. So I can actually scroll through a list.
Get out of here.
And I can tap. That's the hand gesture camera is right here on the ceiling. So it can detect my hand. I can increase and decrease the volume. And look how precise it works, right? It's very, very cool. I can play the next song. And look, I don't even have to learn much. If I know how that system works, I can apply everything like a common sense into the system, right? You know how a list actually works. You tap, like on a touch display. It's the same thing. You don't need to learn anything. And even the icons here on our hardware buttons are the same, like I use for my hand gesture for back and forth.
This is what happens when UX and engineering have a harmonious relationship, and it's not the hardware versus the user experience versus design. When it all comes together like this, I am absolutely amazed. But that's kind of BYTON's thing, right? I mean, you guys are, the whole point of this was to design something from the ground up that was ready for contemporary society, not take this tech and bolt it onto this tech and make an elegant combination of the two.
Very important aspect. We have always the user in mind. Everything we do is user-centric. We do a ton of user studies and experimenting. So okay, this was all about manually driving, right? But what if we do not drive? Let's say in the future we have autonomous capabilities in this car, or we just simply park when charged. Okay, so this whole app suite here on this side, after I slide to the side, is available to me at the moment I'm in park. So every application here right now appears full screen on our BYTON stage. For example, our cinema mode.
I can't help but just laugh out loud when seeing this stuff. It's incredible.
Again, this is not available when you manually drive, but I can use here my hand gesture and my finger and just tap on one of these tiles like that, and I tap it and done and start my movie. Now imagine we can build these seats, we get it a little comfortable, turning off the light, maybe changing even the temperature, and now the whole family, while you charge, can watch a movie instead of, I don't know what else you could do otherwise.
Well, that's kind of the concern. I was like, well, what do I do while I'm waiting for the battery to charge? Well, I can enjoy my 42-inch screen.
Yeah. But what if you do not want to be entertained, but, for example, want to recharge as well? How about this?
I think that's prettier than the view I have out of my window.
This is our office mode. We're going to announce our partner in a few weeks. So just imagine you are on the way in the office and you feel, I don't know if I can make it to the meeting, let me call in like we usually do. You would be usually on the phone while you drive. Mm-hmm. If you park and charge instead, you can join with a full extent and even better experience on your PC in this car, super comfortable, your conference call with your guys, and you go through your presentation. You can change the layout to see better what's happening. And the cool thing is, in case you can continue driving, the application will transform into a drive mode version without movies, of course, and shared screens, but you will stay in that conference call.
You keep your audio.
Yes,
so
exactly.
You've eliminated the excuse for not being able to make a meeting or get on a call because you were charging.
No excuse anymore.
Man. All right, that's the double-edged sword of all of this type of amazing technology. When is this hitting the streets?
We have it right now planned for this year in China, so 2020, and 21 in Europe and in the United States. So we have the first production car running around this building already for our investors to see where we are. And yeah, the software running in that car is pretty close to that what we see here already. But like I said, this is part of our design process. We're a little bit ahead than the software, but we're getting closer.
Man. For folks that are looking for more information about this, where's the best place for them to go?
I would say the website or social media. Follow our hashtag BYTON.com, and you can see us there.
This is it. I don't even know what to do. I'm sitting in the future. As soon as I get out of the car, I'm going to be younger because right now I'm so far in the future, I'm much older than I could be right now. Dré, thank you so much. I might be finally at a loss for words, so I will just tell you, get out to BlackBerry.com for more information. Make sure you get to BYTON.com, BYTON.com. Click it in the thing below. You know where to find me. I'm Matt Stevenson. I'm at PacMat73. The rest of all the cool stuff is at BlackBerry and at Cylance Inc. This is it. We're done. I can't do anything cooler than this. BYTON absolutely crushes it, closes the show at CES.